A rainy day here in Myrtle Beach, and so I thought I'd do another episode of On the Lesson Tee with Brad Redding. Um, this is my second home base in Knoxville, Tennessee, and working with a student that I hadn't seen in a while. He had kind of stopped playing golf for a while, raising some kids, and now wants to get back into it. And so we discussed his issues in his golf game. He said a lot of shots missing right, inconsistent contact, mostly on the toe, and some issues with hitting the ground and the ball. So we discussed that and kind of went back through some issues that we had before and helped him understand. When you're fixing someone's golf swing, there's not a lot of things you can do. There's two or three things that are really what I call the issues. And if I work on those two or three things, other things seem to fall into place. Um, it's been proven by recent studies that they've got a lot of stuff on their mind, and we've got to kind of clear that up, help them understand what the two or three things that are really the issues. So we discussed that a little bit, and we talked a lot about how the club is traveling. As most of you all know, I'm very much a club and face kind of teacher. If I fix those things, it tends to fix other things, even with their body. So we discussed about what was happening on the way back. A lot of lifting in the swing, not a lot of turning, just kind of lifted the club up. And once it started traveling up, it just kept on going up. So got himself in a position at the top where it'd be hard for him to find the golf ball consistently from there. Now, he thinks that it hits the golf ball better, the swing changed. It didn't. It's the same golf swing every time, but because of what he does, it causes some inconsistencies, and every once in a while, he'll find the back of the golf ball and make better contact. He actually didn't bring it down too bad in terms of trying to get it back onto an angle where he can find the back of the golf ball. The problem is because of all that work he had to do, a lot of inconsistencies as far as where he found the golf ball at. A lot of them were on the toe. Divots were either very steep or more on top of the golf ball, and so he had a lot of issues with distance, and golf balls tend to go off to the right a whole lot. So we talked about that a little bit, and I said, what we want to do here is get you in a better position on the way back and give you a chance to find the back of the golf ball. And like I said, I'm very much of a path, club, and club face kind of teacher. I wanted to first get him at a dress where he had the club on a better angle. A little more wrist set here at the beginning, a little more bent from the hips, and that got the club on what I think would be a better angle at address. The angle over here on the left, the club kind of bisects his middle of his back. This bisects more of his waist, his hips, and just a better angle. So that's one thing we changed was that. Along with that more beneath the hips, we worked on fixing his grip a little bit because in his grip he had too much in the palm of his hand, and that made it even tougher for his wrist to hinge the right way. And then all I really wanted to do was to get the golf club to swing more around him. Do a lot of rehearsals with him, help him feel how the club should go more up and around. Whereas over here it just kind of went up. Lots of lifting out of his arms at the top. Left arm's much more above his right shoulder. You can see that from there that his right elbow very high. But I think that was all because he never got the golf club to swing around him. So once I got the club to go more around him, he can actually turn now. And like I do in a lot of things, I tend to exaggerate motions to help them feel it. If I exaggerate things, they get there faster. They get there better. So from there, he gets the club down on a better angle on the way down. So, this was roughly, after we did the explanation over here on the left, after about 15, 20 minutes, all of a sudden his club started going back more around him. There he is at the top now, and so he came down on a better angle, and he could find the back of the golf ball. Golf ball started drawing. much better contact with the golf ball, much easier on his body to make that motion. So, for me, if I want to fix someone, I've got to find the 2 or 3 issues that are really the problems. And again, with this gentleman, Dwayne here, I had to fix one, his setup. Again, I've been a little more from his hips, put the club on the correct angle at address. I worked on his grip a little bit to try to change some of the issues with his wrist action. Obviously here at address, he's got a chance now to swing the golf club more up and around him, and all I did was help him feel how the club should go more up and around. And I do that in a lot of students. As many of you know, I move people around a whole lot to help them feel it. If they can't feel it, they can't do it. I can talk to them blue in the face, and that's not going to help them. What's going to help them is them feeling the emotion. But I have to make sure that I get in a position at address with their posture and their grip to allow them, that's a big word in golf, allow them to swing the club more up and around. Again, a little exaggerated there, which is perfectly fine. Even if he was there, that'd be fine by me. I knew he wouldn't be there because of where he used to be, which was obviously there. And now I've got him much more up and around. And then it comes back down on a better angle. He can find the back of the golf ball much easier that way. So, 2 or 3 things that I fixed create a lot of other things that can happen more naturally, or more allow them to happen a little easier for them. And it makes all the difference in the world. So that's another issue of On the Lesson Tee by Brad Redding. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see everyone soon.